What's up, everybody? Brian Elwood. Welcome back to the Virtual Real Estate Investing Podcast. This is episode 48, and for this episode, I want to tell you the story of how I just got a really good deal. And there's a lesson inside of this story that I hope you guys pick up on that's super, super important. So there's an area of Tennessee called Columbia, Tennessee, that is up and coming. They're starting to build new construction and do rehabs down there. It's about an hour south of Nashville, but it's still flying a little bit under the radar. The people that live there, they know what's happening there and the growth that's occurring, but people that invest in Nashville, like myself, a lot of people are not super excited about Columbia yet. But I am getting pretty interested in it. I've got a couple of units there, and I'm just about, at the time of this, when this episode drops, I will have already purchased the house. But right now, we're just getting everything lined up for closing. I want to tell you how the deal came to be, though, because it's really important. So I got an email from a wholesaler advertising this deal. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, about 900 square feet, and the market rent's about $850 a month, and his asking price was $48,000. I took a look at the pictures. Kind of at first glance, it didn't really seem like that great of a deal. 48 grand. This house needed a bunch of repairs. There wasn't really anything too striking about the deal. And so I almost just deleted the email and moved on with my day, which is actually what a lot of people do when they get emails from wholesalers where the deal looks crappy. But because it was Columbia, I decided to dig in a little bit. So I ran comps. I emailed the guy, asked him a couple questions, asked if our project manager could get in there, and just kind of ran some preliminary numbers. Project manager went ahead and got in there. Again, we didn't have it under contract. We hadn't made any offers. We just got the lockbox code, went over there with the contractor. Contractor said $15,000. This thing will be in, tip-top shape and rent ready. That's what you're looking at. So I ran my numbers. The wholesaler's asking price was $48,000. So at 15 grand in repairs plus an extra couple thousand for closing costs, I'd be in that for about 65, and it's gonna be renting for 800 to 850. Now that's not a great ratio. 65,000 and it's renting for 800. Those are a little too close together to me. If it had rented for 1,000, I'd be a little more comfortable, but that didn't feel quite right. And so again, I almost abandoned this deal. But I decided, well, what could I pay for this deal? What could I offer this guy? I want to at least make him an offer. He sent me the deal. And so I ran my numbers, and I determined that the most I'd be willing to pay was $35,000 for the deal. He said, that's not going to work, Brian. I need 48 for it, but I might be able to make 42 work. And I said, I can't do 42. The most I can do is 35. Just let me know if that works. And then he reached back out to me saying that he could do 40. And again, I stuck to my number 35 because it was truthfully, honestly, the most I could pay after budgeting in repairs and closing costs and holding costs and all that. I didn't hear from him for 3 or 4 days, and then I got an email from him saying, I went back and talked to the seller, renegotiated the price point with her, so I can do this deal for you at $35,000 as long as you can close in 2 weeks. Let's get it done. And that was music to my ears. I told him I needed to get my inspector over there before I would sign the assignment. The inspector went over there the very next day. Luckily, he was available on short notice. He crawled the crawl space, the attic, did a full inspection of everything, and there was nothing too major or concerning on the house. So I talked to the inspector, and in fact, it was at that point that I actually learned that there's some pretty nice perks of this house that I didn't even notice at first glance. The shingles on the roof are new. The windows are new. There's new electrical wiring and a panel in there. The plumbing has all been updated to PVC pipe. The bathroom has been remodeled, at least partially. The wall has been put up and everything, and the tile. So there's a lot of good things at the house, and there's nothing majorly concerning. There was a little bit of an issue with a rotted joist in the crawl space that I may have to replace that joist, but the foundation altogether is solid. And so we're moving forward, about to close on this deal. I'll buy it for $35. I'll put $15 into it. I'll be in it for $50 or $55. It'll rent for $800, $850, and those numbers will work for me. And I'll have another property that's also in a gentrifying, up-and-coming area. So I'm really setting myself up for long-term appreciation, which is one of my big strategies. You can buy a house for $35,000, even if it needs work, in an area that is up-and-coming. Then that's your target area. Forget competing in the over-competitive, red-hot, central city type areas where a lot of people are investing right now, and they're complaining they can't get any deals. I go out to these fringes where things are growing and spreading to. But the point of this episode is really, and I hope you guys had this epiphany. So many people, talk to me about what marketing channels should I start? Where should I spend my marketing dollars? How can I get more leads, right? And that's where their focus is. And I'll ask them, we can talk about all that stuff if you want, but I'd like to ask you, how many offers are you currently making per week? And most of the time, honestly, guys, their answer is none. Making no offers whatsoever. So they're not even trying to get the deals that are already out there for sale, that are free to make offers on, doesn't cost you anything, and you can offer numbers that would make sense for you. You don't have to pay the ridiculous price that they might start out asking when they send it to you. That's the lowest hanging fruit, in my opinion. It's an easy system to build where you just look at and make offers on everything that comes across your desk, that where the numbers would work for you. You'd be excited to get it at that price, and see how that does for you. You may get an extra, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 deals a month just from that simple system. It's all about building a system to automate that process so that it's being done. You can't really rely on yourself to just do it on a whim all the time. You got to have all those deals be funneled to one place, sorted out by the ones that do and don't make sense for you, a process for analyzing them, a process for sending the person that owns the deal, a letter of intent, or at least an email with your number that you could pay, contingent upon inspection, of course. But that just takes the level, takes it to a whole nother level. I don't really wholesale much anymore. More about fixing and flipping and buying rentals nowadays. But in the early days, I did that a lot. And I remember sending deals out to buyers, and they would, a lot of them wouldn't even reply to my email, or they would just reply and say, it's too expensive, can't do it. But they wouldn't even tell me what they could pay for the house. Okay, Mr. Buyer, that's too expensive. What's not too expensive? Tell me. I don't know. I'm a rookie wholesaler. I need help. I need you to throw me a bone here. And by me doing that to the wholesaler that sent me that deal, which he didn't send it to me specifically, he sent it out to whoever is all on his list. It's probably a lot of people. I gave him something to work with. I gave him something where I was like, if you can do 35, then you've got yourself a deal. You can make a little money or whatever. So I gave him a target to shoot for where the deal would work. That really changes the game. Make offers. It's the key to this whole thing. Is you need to be actually making people offers. Yes, you'll piss some people off if you offer too low or whatever, but you have to just tell them why. Just tell them this is a formula I use. Is this the numbers I need to hit? And you will get 2, 3, 4 times as many deals than you're getting now if you're not doing that. So definitely look at what's already out there, guys. If you're not making offers on all the wholesale deals that are already in your market coming across your desk, that is a free and very powerful marketing channel that you can build to grow your business with zero marketing spend out of your own pocket, which is super important in 2018 when your cost per lead is skyrocketing and everything. These wholesalers are taking on the risk of spending their own money on marketing, spending their time going through tons of leads and going on appointments and making offers and getting contracts signed, all to just bring it to you at that point and then ask for an assignment fee on top. I think that's a fair trade. So that marketing channel is amazing. It's still working for me really well, and I want you guys to implement this in your business today. All right, guys. Hope that helps. Thanks for listening. I will see you on the next episode. Peace.